Well, good evening, everybody. Today I'm going to take a look at the Resurrection. Well, let me get that on here. It's a rather large package, but it's the Resurrection of Monsters, FRANKEN STEELA from the Yellow Submarine Company. I happened across this. I've never seen this toy line before. See, there's a little bit of artwork up there. It says the year is 2000 AC. Victor Frankenstein's last bloodline. Guliel, cute. Frankenstein has created a new being from the brains of intellects around the world. FRANKEN STEELA. Yellow Submarine action figure. I picked it up for two reasons. One, it was very bizarre looking, and I like all the little accessories it comes with. And it looks like it possibly could glow in the dark. And, you know, I'm really into glow-in-the-dark things. Ooh, pardon me. I had to pull back a little bit farther to get this all on there. But as you can see, it's just your standard blister with what looks like the table, the figure, and all sorts of little goodies. And on the back of the box, it shows some of the other figures in this line. We got Howling Wolf Inika, Vampire Kuria, and Creature Galala. All of them have their little descriptions. The company looks like it's based out of China. Or maybe, I don't know. It says made in China, but everything's made in China. Oh, there it goes. Nope. The company's based out of Japan. So this is one of those odd Japanese finds that I picked up here. And I think there's a little bit more story here on FRANKEN STEELA. Let's see, it says we'll pick up where we left off. From the brains of intellects from around the world and stitching body parts from various supermodels, Stella was born into the world, destroying the castle with her right-hand weapon, Electra. I think it's their dimensions. Is the mouse her right-hand weapon that I've seen in there, or is it the hand that's the right-hand weapon? Well, we'll find out in a moment, as I will open this up. And again, as I've been saying for this month, at the end of the video, if you stick around, I will have another movie recommendation to watch for this month of October, which is one of my favorite times. And it's hopefully a horror movie you haven't seen, but you should. So stick around. I'll be back. And here we go. Oh, dang. Here we have the FRANKEN STEELA outside of the package. She's quite the odd little character, but she's pretty neat. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer here. We can focus in. As you can see, here's her face. It is painted green on one side, and it is this yellow plastic on the other side. She has the Bride of Frankenstein hair, but instead of having white streak, it's got these metal fasteners on her head, which is different. She does have the neck bolts from Frankenstein. She has all these little metal plugs in her. It's got these weird little breast covers on, and there's a nice bit of detail and the work on her gloves. She has some stitching work and also has some pretty cool details all the way down to her boots. So I don't know, she's kind of a rock and roll kind of Frankensteinian creature. There is the back side. It says two-toned yellow and green. She only has arm articulation, which is kind of weird. This arm, once you lift it up, just slowly goes down by itself. I'm not sure what that's about. This arm kind of does the same thing a little bit, and she has a little bit of head rotation. So not a lot of articulate. Oh, dang. I do like a lot of the sculpt work on it. No, not even a little bit on the wrists, huh? Interesting figure. I might have to pick up some of the other ones eventually. I definitely like the Franken boots. I like how they have the lifts on it. But it does come with a few other items. Here is the work table. It has a little bit of detailing on it. And some paint washes. The little techno science pieces on top, lightning bolts going across it, and it does have several pieces that I have to attach. There's one of the stands, and there was no instructions on these at all. I do like the paintwork on here too. It has some copper painting on it, and then more washes over top, a little bit of the wires hanging out, so lots of cool details on this. But it does just plug in to this little peg right there. And the other side is pretty much exactly the same. And it just plugs in over here. And then it should, oh, it does hold itself up. Very nice. So there it is, holding itself up. There's a hole in there and a hole in her back. So you can place her on the table like so. And we have all these little lightning bolts coming down that you can attach to various spots on her body. Does not reach her hand very well. Maybe if you lift it up. Maybe. There we go. So she's got the lightning flowing through her body. And then there are also these two little side panel pieces, which the hole almost looks like it's too small for the peg. But I'll give it a shot. I don't want to break another one, but it would oh, very nice. Gently works on in there. I guess I should probably look at the... Yep, okay, it does go in that direction. Same with the other side. Very gently. Yeah, there we go. So that will hold the goodies, and all the little goodies she comes with. She's got these nice little beaker here, which is just a plastic piece with some lines on it. And we'll set that up here. Here is this yellow skull. There it is. It's a nice little skull piece. It's having a hard time seeing because of just how yellow it is. It's this neon yellow color. It's got the little bolts going through it as well. I'll set that on here. You have this brain, which is very nicely sculpted, with some metal bits sticking out of it, and I'm gonna assume it fits in there. Very nice, it does. And then you have another little beaker which you can set on your display here. There is which comes with a syringe and a needle, so we can put that in. I'm probably gonna use the bigger beaker to hold that. And then there is also pair of these forceps, a scalpel, no paint work on these, and a little bit of details, and there is a lightning bolt necklace that I probably should have put on before I stuck her on here, but it's soft plastic, so it should just slide on nice and easy, and it did. There is this bizarre little Franken rat with a hose for a tail. He's half yellow and half green, so he's two different creatures stitched up. His brain is opened up and showing. He's got this weird little look on his face. He's got the Frankenstein little electrodes to start him up, and he's got a pretty good amount of paint job on him, and he's her little buddy. And then she also comes with this hand, which I believe should be her weapon. Ooh, I'm going to knock my skull over, so I'm just going to unattach that, and this should plug and fit on her hand, probably, because of the way that is. Just like that. So that is her electrified right hand. What do they call that? What was it? Her right hand weapon, Electra. So this is our figure all set up here. Pretty neat little guy. Or girl. Or Franken monster, if you will. Not sure if it glows in the dark or not. And it might not be. I'm going to turn the lights off. It's still kind of daytime though, so I don't know how dark it's going to get. But let's take a look and see if we pick up any glowing. Oh yeah. It does kind of glow. It'd probably glow a little bit better if it was a lot darker. But you can see all the yellow picks up a little bit. Oh, and that's oh so bright. So that is the FRANKEN STEELA from Yellow Submarine out of Japan. It's kind of, once you get it all put together, it's a pretty neat little looking figure. Makes a good little display piece, again, for if you're into making little Halloween dioramas and such. And if you're into monsters, especially things based off of the Universal monsters, I think she's a pretty cool find. And let's see, I'm going to throw up a movie here. Not literally throw up, but this time the pick is a movie called High Tension. And I'm not sure if you've ever heard of this movie or not. It's a pretty good thriller horror movie. It starts out really violent and strong and keeps going. It does have a twist at the end, which I don't think they pulled off as well as they would have liked. It kind of loses it a little bit at the end, but overall it's still a really good movie. And it's intense, and it'll keep you on the edge of your seat if you're into that kind of movie. And it's not one that I also want to talk a whole lot about because I don't want to give anything away, but there is a lot of gore, and there is this is the unrated version, so there is some overly sexualized parts in the movie, I will say. But it does have either English, you can watch it in either the original French language or the English dubbed, either way. So this one does have both, so you can pick whatever preference you like. But my recommendation this time is High Tension. And if you've ever seen it, let me know what you think of it. I found it pretty good up until the end. It's kind of lost a little bit, but still was a good movie. Anyway, thanks for checking out the video, guys. And if you liked it, hit that thumbs up. If you didn't like it, hit the thumbs down. Let me know if you've ever seen these before, and if you did, do you like them? Would you collect them if you could? I think they got some pretty cool features on them. I wonder if there's a year on these. When did these come out? I don't see any year stamping on the boxes. So I'm not really sure what year these came out. I'm sure they're probably early 2000s by the way the articulation is. Yeah, there's no year stamping on them. Well, that's a bummer. There's a phone number, though. I could call and ask, I guess. Might at least pick up the werewolf one because it's a pretty cool looking figure. They're all females, so and I know they have variants. I've seen different colored ones, like other than this glow in the dark one. But anyway, as always, I'll say it again. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more videos if you dare. I just want to say thank you one more time for checking out this video. And if you're interested in seeing any more, you can click either one of the links that will be over here. And if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, there'll be a button down below. Do that as well. And again, thank you.